To Kenya now, where there's been yet another twist in the fallout from the disputed election. An official has collapsed and died. Jeffrey Gitobu was at the electoral body's offices in Nanyuki town when he collapsed and was pronounced dead at a hospital near the office. He was in charge of elections in Gichugu constituency in central Kenya. His death comes days after another officer in Nairobi was tortured and murdered after disappearing from a tallying centre. Meanwhile, UK High Commissioner Jane Marriott has dismissed claims that Britain interfered in the election. There are allegations on social media that she pressured the Electoral Commission to hand over to William Ruto. Well, for more on this, we can cross live to Nairobi and join Arise East Africa correspondent Mark Bichachi. Good to see you, Mark. Let's start with that senior electoral official who was reported to have died in unclear circumstances. Are we any clearer about what happened and whether his death was election-related?
Not at all, but speculation is rife about the disappearances of other electoral officials. This is just a rumor and innuendo, and association with the murder of the other returning officer in Nairobi. So there is a lot of speculation, of course, fueled by the petition filed by Raila Odinga, in which he claims that a lot of the returning officers were in cahoots with the UDA party to deliver extra votes to William Ruto. So the environment, Charles, is charged with a lot of speculation and innuendo simply because it comes at a time when there is a lot of speculation as to the truth behind the elections as we have experienced it. So we expect to know more in coming days. But I must state again that this is not surprising. In almost every election cycle, we have had electoral officials disappear and some pass on in unclear circumstances.
And to use your word there, amid all this innuendo and speculation, accusations emerging on social media that the British government was behind getting William Ruto elected. I mean, Britain, of course, has denied this. What are you hearing about that?
Well, the rumors are that the British High Commissioner to Kenya was involved in pressuring Chebukati, who's the chair of the IEBC, to announce the results favoring William Ruto. Now, in a series of tweets, she has distanced herself and said that she does not, the British government does not choose sides, and she allows the Kenyan people to make the decisions as to who they want elected. So she says that this is tragic, but a rumor is rife that the British government did want William Ruto in office instead of Raila Odinga, and therefore pushed Wafula Chebukati to actually declare William Ruto president. Of course, this coming in an election that was hotly contested. The margin between winner and loser is very tight. So right now we are in a country where there's a lot of information and disinformation, as you can imagine, and the High Commissioner came into sharp focus in the last few days about this particular issue.
And in the midst of all that, Mark, I understand Raila Odinga has included new accusations of fraud in his petition to overturn the outcome of the vote. Tell us more.
Well, he has included evidence that the Form 34As, some of which I have seen myself, were altered digitally. He has said that there was illegal access by both locals and international players into the Smartmatic system, and therefore the results were tampered with. He has said that Form 34A, Book 2 of 2, was used used. It was never meant to be used in this particular election. He has also claimed that the forms delivered at the tiling center at Bomas were not the original forms as tallied in the various constituencies. To give you an example, the claim says that in some parts of central Kenya, they saw that there was a reduction of by 100 votes out of around 600, 100 votes reduced from Raila Odinga and then added to William Ruto. And this is claimed to have happened across the central part of Kenya. So the evidence is there. It is mounting. It will be up to the judges to determine whether that is true. But of course, William Ruto will also be filing a counter affidavit by Saturday this week, and will be following what he will be saying to counter the claims issued by the Azimio coalition.
Mark, thanks very much indeed. Mark Bichachi, Arise East Africa correspondent, talking to me there from Nairobi.